It's Johnny Dare and Nycki Pace. I'm trying to get all my computer stuff done. Everything's a goddamn mess in the studio. There's stuff everywhere. It's all my fault, by the way. I just got S everywhere.
I have no room to talk. I can only comfort you because this is a tornado over here.
I know. Billy Ballbags is back. You guys know Billy. We'll get into all that. The best balls in the world, honestly. The best testicles you'll ever find. Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm laughed so hard at him that she had sent me the guy's information to interview him. Golf's got sports in your shorts, and we'll get into this weird story. If you guys liked Tiger King and you followed all through that, remember Carol Baskins? The one down in Florida. She was the one that Joe Exotic.
Fucking Baskin. Fucking bitch.
Hated it, and
right.
She was down in Florida.
Cool cats and kittens.
She, I think, did it for the right reasons, but definitely was kooky.
Yes.
As many animal rescue people can be. And I've known the best of the best. Like, honestly, the guys at Turpentine Creek who do an incredible job. They work with veterinary colleges and doctors, and they do genuine research, and they've got great facilities. I mean, it's as good as it possibly gets in the United States.
Yeah.
And then you have other people who mean well, but they're just crazy. Like, I'm telling you, this chick, this Tanya Haddock's chick is probably a kook, but with a good heart, right? She wants to protect those animals. She's not exploiting them. Not like Joe Exotic was a POS. You remember what he was doing? He was having litters of kits and young tigers, and then because people want to pet, hold, touch, and take pictures with babies, and then when the babies got older, he was killing them. That's why he's in prison. He's just a POS. He was just exploiting cute little animals. He didn't care about them.
Money and opportunity.
That's all it was. These other people, it's a different thing altogether. Like this Chimp Crazy documentary. She's not making a lot of money. She's not making dough. This is in a zoo. She's not killing it. She is one of those people that has this deep, deep connection. And I don't know if you've ever worked with animal rescue people.
I will just vaguely say there was one or two folks that were quirkies, polite, but they were wired differently.
Well, listen, there are people out there that just, and again, I don't need your exact stuff. I'm just telling you, this is a broad discussion, Nick.
Okay.
It is. There are people that love these animals so much, but they're just hell-bent crazy. They're hard to work with. I've all worked with upstart shelters over the years. Tons and tons of them. They come, they go. People want to take care of dogs, cats, everything. And the truth is, they're badass crazy. They're completely crazy. Are their hearts good? Yes. Are they impossible to work with? Completely and totally. That's just, anybody in the animal rescue industry will tell you the exact same thing. Anybody who's ever worked with certain animal shelters will tell you the exact same thing. They're just, it's just like a church, right?
Yep. Some
people get it. Some people are pretty good. And others, you're like, man, this whole God thing, you're kind of a kook about it. Like it ain't working out. You're kind of a psychopath. It really does. And you heard her say it. The chimp is like God to me.
Yep.
In the documentary. They're very much like that. Their faith is blind. Their feelings are absolute, and nobody can tell them any different. And they will go to prison over it. This documentary of Chimp Crazy, like lying to the judge about the chimp being dead. Does she have it? Does she not have it? The legal battle over having them as pets. But in that all being said, if you tried to take Barger from me, that would have been, I don't know how it would have turned out. If you came for Buddy,
of course not.
I only knew him 3 days, and I was getting on a plane to go international, and I'd already made up my mind. If they stopped me at customs, I was going to turn around and just go back to the island, but I wasn't going to hand him off to somebody, and I wasn't going to allow them to take him from me.
Right.
And my job is here. My life is here in the United States. So I know it's just a small point, but this is after 3 days, right? So we all get pretty weird about it.
Celebrating birthdays today. Rage Against the Machine's Brad Wilk is 56. Freddie Mercury would have been 78. And Journey frontman Arnel Pineda is 57.
At first, we were all quite taken with Journey frontman Arnel Pineda's rags to riches story. We couldn't believe his good luck. But then when he was too cool to come on the show, last time Journey was in town to talk about his story, he can go get. Happy birthday to Journey frontman Arnel Pineda.
In news this morning, an archery hunter in Idaho is recovering after an extremely close call with a grizzly bear. While hunting elk near Henry's Lake in Island Park, a man was knocked down and bitten by an adult grizzly. Luckily, the hunter wasn't alone, and two of his friends were able to utilize their sidearms to shoot the bear, deterring the attack and killing it. They called 911. An injured hunter was airlifted to nearby hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. According to the BBC, semaglutide, the active ingredient of weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, also reduces risk of death and serious illness in people with diabetes and kidney disease. Thousands of obese or overweight people with cardiovascular disease took part in the study. Participants received the semaglutide or a placebo and were tracked from October of 2018 to March of 2023. At the end of the study, death rates among the group were 19% lower that had the drug among the placebo group. Semaglutide appeared to reduce deaths by cardiovascular disease by 15% and death from other causes by 23%.
Turns out if you're not super fat, you die less.
Possibly. 2 women were rescued after being stranded for 2 days on a sandbar in the Kansas River near Topeka this week. Emergency crews received a report of stranded women around 9 p.m. on Monday. According to the Shawnee County Sheriffs, dispatchers received a call from 2 females stranded on the sandbar in the Kansas River. The women had their boat with them but were unable to fight the strong river current. They had been beached since the day before. Response came from the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office, which deployed a drone, used various technology to locate them. Topeka Fire, Kansas Department of Wildlife, and the Silver Lake Fire Department all worked for the rescue, and the women were rescued and brought back to safety unharmed. Additional details, including the exact location of where the women were stranded on the river, weren't immediately available.
Who gave the women a boat?
Very important question.
Listen, you laugh like you know I wasn't the only one thinking that. Like, where were you guys doing out there? Like,
you took
and what river are we talking about in Topeka? The Kansas River?
Sandbar and Kansas River near Topeka.
That ain't exactly the Missouri. It's I don't know if you've.
No.
Yeah, it's not. It's not the Missouri. It's not the Mississippi. It's not. It's a much lesser river.
I was going to say, what would be the comparison? Because I didn't realize, we just talked about this recently, that you can get on.
You know when you go to Bonner?
Yes.
That's the Kansas River.
Right. But I've never gone to the river, either Missouri or Kansas River, and actually tried to
No, you can
participate in the activity.
The reason there's a sandbar is because it's pretty low. It's not a super deep river. It doesn't run super hard and super fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's different parts are different, no doubt, but it's listen, they couldn't get off the sandbar. I'm just like, well, I don't know.
Got lucky, so they found them.
Listen, they basically, it was how do I explain this to you? They high centered on the median, and that was the end of that. And they couldn't get off. They needed a tow truck.
Oh no, I get that. I just didn't know if you had to compare the 2 rivers, if you were just going to go trotting down there with your little boat, what you would expect to be able to accomplish, I guess.
If you don't see the sandbar and you can't avoid it, maybe you shouldn't have a boat.
I mean, for me, I'm never going to go walk over.
If you don't check the river depth before you go, and because you can make a call for the Missouri River, and they'll tell you where it's at, how high it is, how low it is, where it's going to be, and then you got to watch for yourself.
I just didn't realize how many people were utilizing it.
It's not for some people, Nick.
If we've learned anything today, there's certain things that are not. Boeing will attempt to return its problem-plagued capsule from the International Space Station later this week with empty seats. NASA said yesterday that everything is on track for Boeing's Starliner capsule to undock from the space station Friday night. Fully automated craft will aim for a touchdown 6 hours later in New Mexico. The 2 astronauts who flew up on Starliner in June will remain behind at the space station and ride back with SpaceX next year. They should have stayed a week, but got stuck after Starliner, of course, encountered thruster failures and helium leaks. NASA judged the problems too risky for the test pilots. Jackson County has filed a legal challenge against the State Tax Commission's order, citing what it considered constitutional violations and potential harm to essential services. County contends that the order undermines fair property assessments and violates Missouri's Constitution. Jackson County officials assert that the order would, quote, jeopardize essential services across the county. Jackson County, Missouri estimates that the order would impact school districts in the county by $117 million. Under the commission's order, all residential properties whose values increase by more than 15% must be rolled back to a 15% increase level, excluding increases caused by new construction. In music news, Green Day was pulled from the stage for security reasons 2 verses into their 5th song, Longview, last night at Comerica Park in Detroit. Turns out the concerns had to do with a drone someone flew into the stadium. An on-screen message after the band left the stage informed the crowd that the show had been paused. The band returned 5 to 10 minutes later, resumed the concert, with Billy Joe Armstrong first asking if everyone was okay and later saying, quote, "There ain't no mother effer that's going to stop us, I'll tell you that." They went on to play their full 37-song set. Police located the drone operator outside the park, detained him pending further investigation. Jamie Foxx is finally ready to share the full story behind his mysterious health scare that landed him in the hospital last year. In a recent post, Jamie Foxx announced that he will be discussing his health journey during his upcoming one-man show, One More Chance, an evening with Jamie Foxx. The show's promotional image features the line, "What had happened was," despite the seriousness of the situation, he promises it will be funny. While Fox has hinted at the challenges he faced during his medical emergency, he's kept the specific details and diagnosis private until now. And finally, a reptile wrangler was called to a California home where the family was barricading themselves upstairs to hide from a deadly snake. Ryan Jessup of Ryan's Rattlesnake Rescue was summoned to a home when family members discovered a 3-foot red diamond rattlesnake inside. The snake snatcher said the homeowners were stuck upstairs and had to use an app to unlock their doors for me to enter. The snake had apparently slithered into the home through a door that had been left open for the family's dogs. Luckily, he said the pups were steered clear of the snake and there were no injuries.
How big was it?
It was a 3-foot red diamond rattlesnake.
That will kill a grown man with a quickness. A 3-foot rattlesnake's for real. Like you get into the timber rattler type category, and those are stone cold killers. Last night, Pinball Jeff had a similar situation. He got a call from his daughter, who lives relatively close to him, and in their garage, she had pulled in after a shift at the hospital, and there was a giant snake. She had said she was having a full meltdown, and she lives with a guy. They're getting married, but she would call your dad. And so he runs over there. I get a call as he's headed over, and I'm talking to him. She's in the house, I think, having a bit of anxiety, as you will. He gets there. He's trying to get prepared. He knows approximately where it's at. He gets in the garage, opens the garage door, give it a place to go, pulls the dresser back. There's a piece of furniture in there. He tells me with a moving blanket over it. So he pulls that off. He's got a rake, so at least keep the animal away from the reptile. And as he moves it and the snake comes back, the whopping 14-inch garter snake went out the door. I got a video of it. I was like... That's about what is that, Jeff? And he goes, I don't know, 12 inches, maybe 14, half inch around, big around as my first finger. I was like,
it's a snake. It's scary.
Well, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Terrifying.
I'm Nycki Pace for the Johnny Dare Morning Show.